Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is just going to be very chilled. I will be talking about my experience in Germany so far. Actually, I've been receiving questions from a couple of people asking me about my experience in Germany, how I'm settling in, how I'm adjusting and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? It would be good for me to summarize my experiences in a video so that other people can also benefit. Well, of course, if you are interested in knowing how Miguel is doing here in Germany, so please stick around. Okay, cool. So I came to Germany last year in December, and it's been roughly 2 months since I came this side. And now the question is, how has been the experience? Overall, it's been good, and yeah, I think I'm liking it so far. And there's quite a number of things that I can talk about, but today I want to specifically focus on weather conditions, language barrier, and cultural shock. Maybe not too much on that because I feel like I still need to give myself enough time to experience different things and different places. And then I'll be able to give a holistic view on my experience when it comes to the culture here and what shook me and stuff like that. So I'll focus mainly on weather conditions and language barrier. Which one should I start with? Let me start with weather conditions. So we came here in December and it is winter this side. Even now, it's still winter. It is freezing cold, you guys. Freezing cold. Temperatures go below 0 and you just have to make sure that you dress warmly. Otherwise, I shall freeze to death. And for someone like me, who is sensitive to cold, it's been a struggle. It has been a struggle. And I'm sensitive to cold because of my anemic condition. Yes. So a few years ago, I was diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, which is basically a condition where you lack iron or you are iron deficient. Just to briefly explain, iron is an element that is essential for blood production. I lack iron, meaning that I lack something which is very important for the production of blood. In simple terms, I do not have enough blood, and I feel this the most when it's cold. I actually discovered this and when I was still in South Africa during winter. I used to do a lot of running, and I remember my knees and other joints would be very stiff and sensitive to cold. And then I started researching just to try to find out what's going on. Why are my joints becoming all stiff and sensitive? What's going on? And then I discovered that it's as a result of shortage of blood, or rather inefficient blood circulation. And this normally happens when it's cold. Why is this happening? So when it's cold, your blood will concentrate in areas that are more important: your lungs, your heart, kidneys, and so forth. And then areas such as your hands, your joints, your feet, those will have shortage of blood, so there won't be enough blood going to those areas, and as a result you will freeze. So usually what happens is that when it's cold, my hands will become yellow. Literally, they'll become yellow, and I will know that there is no blood, and they'll be so painful. The same happens with my feet. So yeah, that's how I discovered about this cold sensitivity that I have, and I was very worried when I came this side, asking myself, how am I going to survive? Okay, but the good thing though is that here in Germany they have a very effective heating system. So basically, when you apply for accommodation, most of them will give you an option to choose from 2 types of rents: cold rent and warm rent. Cold rent is just your normal rent and it excludes heating, and then warm rent will include heating. So you have to pay extra money monthly in order to include heating in your apartment. And I paid those extra fees so as to have my room heated up, especially during winter. And it's been good so far. Like, it's been absolutely awesome. I don't have to worry about keeping warm when I'm indoors because the room is always warm and nice. But the problem comes when I have to go outside. That's when I feel the coldness. So over time, I had to learn what works for me. I can't spend the entire day outside. I would die, literally. So what I normally do is that I have to strike a balance between spending time indoors and outdoors. So I'll spend maybe 2-3 hours outside, maybe doing sightseeing, whatever that we have planned to do for that day, and then afterwards go find a place where it's warm, drink something warm, and then rise my temperature levels, and then go outside again and continue with whatever activity that you're doing. That's how I am coping with the freezing coldness here in Germany. And I also had to buy some warm clothes because what I had was not enough. It was really not enough. So I went to a local clothing store here to buy myself a thick and warm jacket and some shoes. You'll be surprised when I tell you that when I got there, I was looking around and I couldn't find my size, my perfect fit. I am short and tiny, so it was difficult. It was a mission for me to find my size, and I even had to go to the kids section to find a perfect size for me, and I found it. And the advantage of that is that it's actually cheaper to buy from the kids section, so for me. So another thing that I almost forgot to mention is that the weather conditions here, the cold weather conditions here, can also act as a limiting factor, especially if you are someone who's into outdoor activities. For example, I love running and I haven't been able to run because it's just too cold for me. And therefore, I just told myself that I'm gonna wait until spring for me to resume my running sessions. And also, if you're into hiking and all of that, you can't really do much. But there are people who still run. There are people who still cycle. Actually, cycling is one of the most predominant activities that is done here that I've observed so far. And yeah, people just love cycling here, and they do cycle even when it's snowing and raining. I'm just like, how do you do it? You know. But for someone who is cold sensitive, it's not easy to do your normal or favorite outdoor activities. You just have to wait until temperatures start rising for you to go back to doing what you love the most. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about the weather and the cold sensitivity. Yeah, now let's move to the next one, and that is the language barrier. Whew. Almost everything here is in German. Yeah. Listen, wherever you go, whether it be going to the restaurant, going to the supermarket, bank, alles, German. So if you're not familiar with the language, you will struggle. And as someone from South Africa, guys, it's a struggle. So normally they say that if you can speak Afrikaans, it will be easy for you to transition and be able to understand and speak German. No, I can't even understand Afrikaans. I can't even speak Afrikaans. The last time I did Afrikaans was when I was doing grade 9. That was the last time I did Afrikaans. Ever since then, I've never even attempted to learn and understand Afrikaans. So now I have to learn how to speak German and understand it. And guys, it's been a challenge. I don't wanna lie, it's been a challenge. Yo. I'm just gonna share with you a few experiences that I've had so far. So I remember first time when I went to the supermarket to buy groceries. Okay, Miguel went there, and then I wanted to take a trolley and go inside to buy my food. And I was struggling to pull out this trolley. I'm like, but how do I do this? Busy trying, it was locked and I couldn't unlock it. And I was standing there looking like a fool. I couldn't even ask someone to help me because I can't speak German, Yo. And as I was busy struggling there, I saw this old lady coming from the shop and returning her trolley, ne? And I asked her to give it to me. And because I couldn't speak in German, I had to ask in English, also using my hand gestures, trying to explain what I was requesting. And shame, the old lady, I think she was like very confused, like, why are you asking for my trolley? So her reaction was in some type of way, It was not a friendly reaction. And I was like, oh well, I was just asking. And then I decided to step aside and observe what everyone was doing. And later on, I realized that actually you need a coin. You need a coin, you insert it in the trolley, and then it unlocks. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I had a few coins, so I used one. Ding, insert, unlock. Voila, we got a trolley. Yay! And then that's when I realized, wait again, language barrier is real, guys. If you cannot understand each other, if you cannot communicate your requests, your feelings and everything, it's a problem. It really is a problem, shame. And then another thing that happened, so this one actually happened recently, ne? I was busy doing laundry, and the machine, something happened with the machine. I don't know what happened, but then my clothes were stuck in the machine and I couldn't unlock the machine and take out my clothes. And so I asked my neighbor to refer me to someone whom I can report this matter to, and then she gave me someone's number to contact, which I did. I explained my story, what was happening in English, and the guy responded in German, and I was like, please write in German. And I had to go to Google Translate to understand what he was saying, and then translate. And then I also had to translate the message that I had sent to him from English to German and then send it through. So whenever he responded, I would have to go to Google Translate and then respond in German. Yeah, so something that could have taken 2 minutes, it took 15 minutes, 20 minutes because of that translation thing. Another barrier, a hassle. Listen, yo. And another thing is when I receive letters in German. So yeah, here in Germany they still use this old system of hard copies. Everything that you do, you have to submit hard copies, most of the things rather. And I remember when I had to secure accommodation this side, while I was still in South Africa, I had to send my signed contract via post. Yes, via post, because they wanted it in hard copy. Yeah. So here in my complex, we have mailboxes. Each tenant has their mailbox, and you always have to go and check if you haven't received letters from whoever, and all the letters are written in German. Guys, you find a document of 2, 3, 4 pages long written in German, and we have to translate. You see that one? It finishes me. It drains my energy. I don't want to lie. It's just so sad, man. It's so sad. It's really sad, especially if you can't speak the language and you can't understand the language as well. You have to put in so much work and effort to try and understand what other people are saying. So it's a huge struggle. It's a big challenge for me, I don't wanna lie. Yes, I use Google Translate and it's been very helpful, but then there are limitations. Sometimes you want to have that interaction with someone and you can't always be Google translating all the time, especially with old people, because some of them can't speak English, so they only speak German, and if you can't speak German and they can't understand or speak English, then barrier, you know what I mean? But I've been trying to make efforts though. I've been using Duolingo, which is a website or an app where you can learn different languages, and I am learning German. And right now, I'll say I know a few basics, I know a few words, and of course the pronunciation is still a challenge, but bit by bit, slowly but surely we'll get there. We will get there. But it's not easy. Joe! Shame. Yeah, so that's my experience on language and weather conditions. With regards to culture shock, I think I need to give myself enough time, like I said, to experience other places and other things as well, so as to give a holistic view on what I think about the culture and everything. I feel like it's too soon for me to say anything right now, so I will save it for later. Yeah, but so far it's been good, it's been nice. I think I've adjusted. I'm now used to how things are done generally and how to navigate and make my way around. So, all good. And yeah, if there's anything more interesting that I think is worth sharing, I will definitely share with you guys. And also, in case you are planning, you never know, if you are planning to come to Germany in the future, then you will know what to do and what to prepare, what to work on and stuff like that. So yes, and that's all I had for you today. Until next time, please keep well, keep safe, and keep healthy.